Hey friends, you are indeed on the right feed. We will be here in 3, 4, 5 minutes as the game gets started. We're just setting up a few things on our end, but you're on the right feed. Stick around. We'll be right back.
It all tastes like bell peppers.
Wow. And welcome to our DLLS Mavs Watchalong. I'm your host, Kevin Gray. That is our Mavericks beat writer, Tim Cato. That's our Mavericks analyst, Bobby Carella. Mavericks taking on the Brooklyn Nets tonight, game number 72 on the season. We really appreciate all of you who joined us for our pregame show that we just ended a few moments ago. We'll be live along with you throughout the course of tonight's game as Anthony Davis makes his return after missing the last 18 games and 6 weeks for the Dallas Mavericks. He is in the starting lineup tonight alongside Spencer Dinwiddie, Klay Thompson, Kai Jones, and PJ Washington. The big man in the middle is back for the Mavericks tonight after what was a dominant performance back on February the 8th, where in 31 minutes, my man had 26, 16, 7, and 3 blocks, helping the Mavericks set what was a record of 18 blocks against the Houston Rockets that day, but unfortunately left that game due to the adductor strain. He has been working feverishly to get back, and our Mark Stein reporting earlier today that Davis is making his return tonight for the Dallas Mavericks. So some buzz in the air for the MFFLs who are excited to see AD back on the floor for the very first time. I think we're excited as well to see Anthony Davis make his return for Dallas.
I'm fired up, KG. I'm fired up to see AD play, and I really feel like tonight is the kind of night where I can relate to what NBA players are going through.
Oh.
The Mavs have been battling on and fighting hard through all sorts of adversity on the floor, off the floor, injuries, losses, late game meltdowns, drama, conflict within the fan base, conflict within their own arena. And hopefully, they'll be able to put that to the side and get a big win and much needed win tonight. For me, the pizza that we ordered ended up being wrong. Wrong ingredients in the wrong places, which really is tainting my desired experience. But I'm going to try and put that aside myself and deliver an iconic performance, a memorable performance tonight. And just so you all know, the game is about to tip off on our feed. So if you're trying to sync it up to us, we'll let you know whenever they do the jump ball.
Anthony Davis still has only worn one Mavericks jersey.
Great call, Tim.
Yeah.
Excellent point. Excellent point. The Trinity River white jerseys are the Mavericks are wearing tonight. Just like
what's the funniest thing that could happen tonight? Anthony Davis performance-wise.
He goes for a triple-double in 25 minutes.
Let's set aside a Rockets repeat. That would be funny in a very dark sense. I think it would be funny if, man, it's not a lot of funny. If he's just good, it's not funny.
It better be funny.
Yeah.
It better be funny. That's right. Shout out to our DLLS Cowboys show. Great show today, by the way. We're underway in Brooklyn. If you're watching, going to be syncing up with us watching tonight's game. Ben Taylor, JB DeRosa, and
here we go.
Suja Meta.
Check it off. Oh, nice.
That was almost a repeat of Davis in the post finding Gafford.
Well, they tried trolling me by posting PJ up on the first play of the game.
What you mean trolling? They do that every game.
I know. And this time it worked. The Nets, the Nets are tanking because they doubled PJ in the post.
That's right.
Early impressions of these jerseys and this court, this entire experience.
For the Brooklyn Nets perspective?
Yes.
Hideous. Absolutely hideous.
These jerseys are an outrage. There you go.
AD 2 for 2 in less than 2 minutes or less than a minute for the Mavericks.
Try hard, but not. Don't try too hard. Don't do too much. Do less.
I told you can go for a triple-double in 25 minutes, man.
These jerseys are truly an abomination. This is really upsetting.
The Nets jerseys, that is. Yes, for sure.
I think the court is like the outskirt of the court is pretty cool, but the court itself, not a huge fan of.
I like how Kai Jones was calling for the ball as Anthony Davis is going up for the layup for a second basket.
I believe they're like a city skyline.
Yeah, city edition jerseys for them.
Yeah.
Kleb says my wife is making Greek food.
It is closer to like a dazzle camo. Like the dazzle is the kind of asymmetric lines that they would put on boats in World War II because it was supposed to distract the submarines. It was supposed to make it very hard to gauge, especially if they're going side to side, like how fast and what exact direction they were going. The U.S. men's national team a few years ago had a jersey that was inspired by Dazzle camo. So I'm not saying it's a 1-to-1 situation with these, but that is what I'm getting from this City jersey attempt.
That was incredible.
What was
that? Just dropping that knowledge.
Yeah,
like a knowledge torpedo.
I have a lot more
just
knowledge
banging into my hull
that you guys.
Okay.
You know, I'm not used correctly on this team.
Wow,
I have so much random knowledge. You guys just got to let me cook sometimes.
I mean, we give you a whole corner and a whole club when you're at the arena.
I'm going to guess that Cam Johnson is too
in a
small.
long time. That was a very good pass.
Oh my God, flex on him, dude! Spam some sort of emote.
That was Kai Jones dunking off a pass from Spencer Dinwiddie.
It's been a lot of layups so far for the Mavs.
We missed it during the pregame show. Spencer Dinwiddie has been fantastic the last 4 games. 28 assists to just 4 turnovers in his last 4 games, a 7-to-1 assist to turnover ratio, protecting the ball, dishing it off with ease for Spencer over his last 4 games.
Banging into my hull, Hull. First off, all right.
I was going to leave it where it was.
Learn your ship terminology.
Yeah.
Secondly, I know I can say whatever the fuck I want on this stream, but I'm still keeping it family friendly.
There it is. Right? There it is. As you drop an F-bomb.
No innuendos for me.
As he drops the F-bomb saying it's a family friendly show. Very nice.
If you guys are tired of Bobby's shit, think about us.
I'm funny. I am funny.
Another F word. Look at you.
Haha.
Family friendly.
That's
funny.
That's a joke straight out of my father's playbook, though. I feel like this is more tame. Yeah.
I'm getting grease all over this mic arm. I'm really sorry.
Up
top. Oh no. Catch the ball.
Yeah, got to catch the ball first before you dunk it. Kai Jones.
I think that part of the reason that I don't like these jerseys is because 80 for 3 is because
you were looking for that 3, weren't you?
Yeah, like I'm
Did you make that bet?
No, it's play.
Pick.
Sorry.
I
think part of this is a very humbling experience for me because like I'm kind of far away from the screen and the Nets jerseys make like the letters just completely illegible.
Sure.
So the only player on the floor, I definitely know Nick Claxton and I definitely know where Cam Johnson is. I don't know any of the other guys. Keon Johnson is out there somewhere. Oh my God, he's
Kai
so strong.
Jones. 2 dunks.
Like, who are these other people though?
Great feed from AD.
Yeah, great pass from Anthony Davis. 8 of the first 10 points in the paint for the Dallas Mavericks. Anthony Davis with a nice bounce pass. Feeds Kai Jones for the dunk. First time out of the game, Mavericks up 10-4 with 7:48 left in the first quarter. Anthony Davis already 2 for 2. Kai Jones already 2 for 2. Good start for the Dallas Mavericks.
I can't tell if the Nets are just like really disorganized or if are they playing a zone? Like they just got guys kind of like just hanging out in spots.
2 for 4. Kai Jones.
I don't think it's a zone because Claxton's on the perimeter a lot, so I don't know if they're just helping really early or what, but they do not look very organized at all. And the Mavs have the 2 tallest players on the court by far, and it's just showed so far.
Yeah, Kai Jones and Anthony Davis right now already a combined 4 of 6 from the field with 8 points, getting it done. 8 of the first 10 points for the Mavericks in the paint. Maybe the Nets are just deathly afraid of Anthony Davis. Maybe that's what it is.
I kind of hope Brooklyn gets Cooper Flag. That has been for a while. Just felt right, and I still feel that way.
Hey, Tanner.
What's up?
How you feel about Cooper Flag these days?
Why'd you have to do this?
I was watching that game, so I assume Baylor lost.
Baylor got the ass
comfortably. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was sort of watching it at the airport yesterday, and I was sort of just.
I won't bring up the free throw differential. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna bring it up.
We do have to say we did it. Now, it's not like
no, we would have lost regardless.
I'll start with the good. We crossed 1,000 diehards yesterday. First off, thank you all. The bad though is that we did a diehard only little bracket challenge. on the Worldwide Leaders website. One for the men's tournament, one for the women's tournament. And not many people signed up, all right? But that does mean that no matter what, I will finish top 20 in both bracket challenges. So first off, no autographs, please. But secondly, my bracket is looking pretty good in that group.
How's your bracket looking in other groups?
I don't know. All I care about is the diehards, Tim.
That's a good answer. Good answer. Family Feud voice. Good answer. Good answer.
Thank
Good
you.
answer.
So
Good answer.
We're finding out 80's rotation right now.
I'm about to say
He's
4
already out of
minutes.
the game, yeah.
It's going to be about 4 minutes. 4-minute spurts. So 7 4-minute bursts for Anthony Davis tonight for a maximum of 28 minutes. As AD takes his seat alongside Kessler Edwards, who was made inactive for tonight. Our Mark Stein reporting that he will play tomorrow night against the New York Knicks, which will be the final game that Kessler Edwards will be able to play on his two-way contract. Will be able to remain with the team, practice with the team, but as far as games played, tomorrow night will be the final one for Edwards. As we return to action, Mavericks up 10-4 with 7.5 minutes left in the first quarter. AD 2 of 3 in his 4-minute burst in the starting lineup with the Dallas Mavericks with 4 points in those 4 minutes.
Kessler Edwards was wearing what appeared to be a tracksuit with a reverse dollar sign up here, and it kind of looked like the Z symbol in Dragon Ball Z. I'm curious if anyone else was confused by that at first, because that's what I thought it was until it finally zoomed in.
We're at the 7:15 mark of the first quarter. Just for anybody wondering. Max Christie.
On your way down. Oh my God. I mean,
it's something you got to get used to.
Yeah.
the whole on your way down jump shot. Like
Kai Jones.
Yeah.
It's,
yeah.
It went in.
They went in. That's the most important part.
Very interesting.
Who was that guy that made that pass?
That would be...
Oh, was that Tyrese Martin?
Believe so.
Yes.
There you go, Max.
You're looking good, Owen. Looking good, man.
Luckily, the mics didn't pick up the brand name.
Yeah, sorry. Our star show is talking some shit.
Spencer Dinwiddie with the steal, leading to the Najee Marshall to Max Christie transition 3. Just about midway through the first quarter, Mavs up 15-6 with 6.5 minutes left in the first period. I said during the pregame show that I wanted the Mavericks to start fast, start off with an edge. You got AD, get them going early, and get yourself in a good spot against a Brooklyn Nets team that is not very good. Bottom 5 in a lot of the major categories this year. Been a tough season for Jordi Fernandez, mostly by design, as the Brooklyn Nets race to the bottom as quickly as they can.
Don't say that. They might get fined.
I will not lie to you guys. I am pretty sure Dallas would have beat the Nets even if Anthony Davis didn't come back.
I agree.
Yeah. So it's good that he's back, and I'm excited to see further games of Anthony Davis playing. And you can always learn something from every single game.
This is a good game to bring it back.
It's a great game to get eased back into things.
Like if you would have played tomorrow, you're chasing around towns. Like no thanks.
Yeah, no.
No.
Switching on to Brunson and stuff. Max Christie, how about that?
On the flip side, this is not a team that Dallas would have blown out. They didn't have Anthony Davis back. I don't think. I think the non-Anthony Davis, otherwise players available version of the Mavericks weren't really going to blow out anybody. And we'll see. Very early. But if this turns into a laugher.
I mean, right now, Brooklyn can't buy a bucket. They're turning over the ball, can't knock down shots as we get our first challenge of the game.
Please lose it.
You're down 11 in the first quarter, man. Don't do that.
Yeah, smoking a challenge away this early in the game is kind of...
That's beaten behavior.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to sit through this.
Yeah, that's it's kind of messed up.
It's fun hanging in the watch-along, but reviews are never fun, all right?
19-8 with 5:18 left in the first quarter as the Mavericks got 6 points from Kai Jones. He's a perfect 3 of 3. Anthony Davis 2 of 3 from the field with 4 points as well. Max Christie already 2 of 2, knocking down a 3. He's got 5 points early on for Dallas. But good start so far. The Mavericks 9 of their first 13 from the field, nearly 70% from the field against Brooklyn. As we mentioned, a team that's bottom 5 in a lot of major categories this year. It's been just a bad year for Brooklyn. Again, mostly by design at this particular point.
They stink, man.
Yeah,
I mean, they're just a bad team.
Yeah.
They're not one Cooper flag away either. And
No,
like, you know, with the Mavs not controlling their picks from 2027 until 2031, they have a pick in 2031, at least for the moment. That future could await the Mavs. You know, that's why I think if, you know, not to rehash the whole deal, but like you have to get more picks back if you're going to make trades like the one that they did, because if things don't go well for them, their fate is out of their hands for a really long time, and you're not going to get a lot of help right away. Brooklyn made that super duper ultra all-in trade for KG and those different KG.
That's right.
I'll say
Kevin
this:
Garnett and Paul
the
Pierce.
second best KG
Oh, that's sweet, Bobby.
back in the day, and you know that cost them, who knows, a dynasty. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are on the Celtics now because of that.
Oh my gosh. That is who those two players turned into.
Yeah, not to mention some other guys. And you know, the Nets like kind of did the same thing when they traded for James Harden, and you know, that didn't work out for them either. And so now they're kind of stuck. They had to make another move just to get their own picks back.
With Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah, and you just don't want to have to do that. Like the Nets are going to be bad for a really long time, probably. And maybe not. They got a lot of money this summer, but who knows?
As you've also got 3 picks now. The other 2 picks are the Knicks and the Bucks. But having 3 cracks at this first round, that definitely helps a lot. It would help a lot more if they win the lottery.
Yeah.
And are able to take Flag and build around Flag, in addition to a couple new youngsters that are coming in. Really, I think where they fall, you know, if you get Flag, you're probably thinking about keeping Cam Johnson, Claxton.
That's such an easy
maybe.
No. Sorry, I'm not reacting to you. I'm reacting to Cam Johnson saying he got fouled. What a terrible judgment call by you, Cameron Johnson.
And
you should feel bad.
Now they don't have a challenge for the rest of the game.
Stop podcasting and read the rule book.
The other interesting thing about Brooklyn, too, is that let's just say that they're able to get to the number 1 pick. They get Cooper Flag. They also, I believe, if I remember correctly, have the most cap space going into the summer as well. So if you get Cooper Flag, maybe that can attract you a free agent or 2.
Who are the free agents this summer?
Quentin Grimes.
Oh,
he's a restricted free agent.
Yeah, but you could throw a pretty hefty offer sheet at him.
Kyrie Irving will be a free agent this summer.
I
bet you they won't.
I think it's safe to say that Brooklyn and Kyrie is not a reunion that's going to happen in any scenario.
With the Nets, though, it's tough for Grimes because, like, they already have Cam Thomas. And if you're just looking for, like, a 6'5" guy that gets buckets, you already have one. I guess what's cooler than one is having 2.
Do you want D'Angelo Russell running your point for your future as well? Because
I don't think they want D'Angelo Russell running their point right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a decision you got to make in terms of do you move on from D'Angelo?
I don't know why they made that trade. I guess they got a first-round pick from LA for that, right? For Dorian? Or was it just a bunch of 2s?
I think they got a first rounder.
Just been 2s.
Was it just 2s in that? Oh, wow.
I don't know. It's just somehow the Lakers just always get gifted good players for cheap.
How old is Dorian? 30? 29?
Dorian was 23 as a rookie in 2016, so I guess he'd be 32? 31, 32?
Yeah.
Is that Day'Ron Sharpe?
It is.
It is.
Only second-round picks.
Only second-round picks, okay. Honestly, that has been one of the more underrated trades of the entire NBA season. Obviously, the headliner is, you know, the Luka trade, but Dorian Finney-Smith getting moved from Brooklyn to Los Angeles. Very, very smooth and shrewd move by the Lakers, I thought.
Do you think Day'Ron Sharpe is Edward's brother?
Is whose brother?
Edward Sharpe? And
Dude.
the Magnetic Zeros? Magnetic?
Yep, the Magnetic Zeros, yeah.
Yeah. Different than now. However, the best band with magnetic in its name is obviously Magnetic Fields. That's
Andrew and Drag,
objective.
Isn't it? Is that the band that sings that?
Is what? Magnetic.
They sing Andrew and Drag and Strange Powers and the Book of Love. And
Yes. 69 love songs.
Yeah.
By the way, Anthony Davis back on the floor for the Dallas Mavericks to finish up this first quarter here.
Lock in.
Yeah. As he's appearing to be playing 4-minute bursts. We saw him play the first 4 minutes of the first quarter. Now it looks like he'll be playing the final.
Oh, get out of here.
Davis making his presence felt with a nice
Do you know
block
who
shot.
I am? Couldn't let Max do it to him like that. Unselfish from the GOAT, Brandon Williams.
By the way, the counter for Brandon Williams, I believe that would be down to, would it be 3 after tonight, Tanner? For Brandon Williams?
I think so. I need to check that.
Well, that's a bummer.
That's a cool block.
Yeah, that was a great block. I mean, it just reminds you of that game back on February the 8th. Like, the dominance defensively, like that's one of the things that will live rent free in my head for one of the lasting memories of the season is that when Alperen Sengun decided, actually I don't want any parts of this Anthony Davis experience. Like he did not go into the lane. He tried it a couple of times. Davis sent the shot out of there, and Sengun was like, "No, I'm not going in the paint anymore." And it was just a deterrent when it came to what Davis was doing in the paint that day. It was just incredible to watch.
Hey, random Recky Specky. If you guys would like to partake.
Love it.
It involves something Stein reported today. And I have no...
God.
Oh, gosh.
People are watching this.
Yeah, that was a horrendous 3-point shot.
Yeah, that was rough. Yeah. But once again, Mark Stein noted that when Kessler Edwards plays his final game tomorrow, he will be unable... He could be re-signed on April 10th. Or Dallas could potentially sign 2 players to a contract. And I have not spoken to Stein, and I will not, all I'm going to say about his reporting is it's interesting. It is interesting that Dallas would have 2 slots. Or like it's interesting. They would have to clear a roster spot.
Yeah, because they don't have it. They don't have an empty roster. They have 1, but they don't have 2.
Yeah, so they could convert 2 players to full-time contracts, which would include locking them up for going into next year. That would be the real advantage of doing that, even more so than maybe getting them for a play-in game. As AD hits a fadeaway with 2:20 left in the first quarter. Is there a roster spot? Is there any roster spot that you would consider, any player you would consider waiving and essentially choosing, Kessler Edwards and Brandon Williams? Choose which one. But is there a player that you would be willing to part with at this point?
How much of a cap hit am I taking with Jaden Hardy?
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, you can't do Jaden Hardy.
Okay.
Max is plausible. I think it really is just excellent.
Why do you want that money? Yeah, it's got to be Dante. Because
but he's not. Yeah, he's got an expiring deal anyway.
So the only scenario where that would be the case is if Dallas is confident and comfortable at this point in the season. Usually this is something you have an idea about, but you're going to have a bunch of meetings leading into the free agency, and that's where you're going to make a final decision whether Dallas is interested in bringing him back or not. But after the season he just had, if Dallas is he's not reliable, we can't trust him to be healthy, we wish him the best, but this is not a player we are interested in bringing back next season. It's a tad bit ruthless, but it happens. It happens in the NBA. The NBA has to be ruthless. And so there is a scenario where Dallas could go ahead and waive him. And then you have the ability to sign 2 guys.
What would be a negative? Why couldn't you just waive Exum if you don't think you're going to bring it back? Do you just pay him the rest of his salary basically? And
you still owe him all his money. Yeah.
Right. And then just from a team building perspective, you're not going, if you don't have any use for that roster spot, and this is a rare instance where they may, but if you don't have any use for that roster spot, why would you, it's kind of cold to just be you're out for the year, so see ya.
It'd only be if they wanted 2 of the 2-way guys, right?
Yes. If they want to lock up 2 of the 2-way guys.
Where's he going? Okay.
It's plausible.
What?
They just showed Najee on the sideline collapsing to the bench, and I thought he was hurt. I think he's just tired.
Oh.
Yeah, I think, Dante is giving you 0 minutes in the play-in, and one of these other guys can at least give you some. And so, it wouldn't surprise me. It would it would make me sad. I love the Inferno. I think another candidate for that in a different universe would be or would have been Dwight.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
3-pointer hits the shot clock.
I know it's called the shot clock, but that's the wrong interpretation.
Man.
This is gosh.
But Dwight still has one more year left after this year, right? It's a player option. So if you waive him, you would be assuming that money last year, which is not great.
I don't think there's any
Hey, Thomas,
scenario.
thank you for saying that.
Appreciate you, Thomas. Shout out to you.
I don't think there's any scenario where, only Dante Exum and Spencer Dinwiddie have nothing attached to next season. And there is no scenario where it is so important to sign Brandon Williams and Kessler Edwards that Dallas should be willing to take on a cap hit for next year. There should be no scenario where that's the case. It's okay to take on cap hits, and especially for someone like Max, if you had to, that is a scenario that you could consider. But Dallas doesn't have to do this, and I don't think Kessler Edwards or Brandon Jones are such priorities to lock up for next year. And also, if you're their agents, are you for sure?
Oh, that was nice.
Are you for sure just going along with that and doing minimum deals and adding, I think Dallas would want non-guarantees over, they'd ideally want non-guarantees throughout the rest of the contract, but
that's pretty oftentimes the case. It's a hard knock life out here for minimum guys,
It is. Do you think if you're the agent of, I don't think Edwards has much leverage. Do you think Brandon Williams?
No, I don't think he has any.
I don't think so.
No. And he had a good run with one team. He was on the Blazers before that, gave him some okay minutes, but I don't.
He got real minutes with the Blazers 2 years ago.
Yeah, but they're not. Neither of those guys even getting biannual. They're probably at least a 1 year minimum.
Shout out to you, Sarah. Guys, I want you to know I have the Mavs game on, the Lakers game on, this podcast on,
Holy
and
moly.
I'm considering putting on Nuggets game. Sounds like a hell of a night.
Sarah, how many screens do you have?
She
Jeez,
says,
what a flex.
She says I'm maxed out. I'm maxed out right now.
That is just content. I wake up in the morning and
Injected
I'm like,
in the
I
veins.
need content so badly.
Well,
Mavericks up 32-17.
She said podcast, so that's not a screen.
That's right.
If I am taking her words literally. So we're talking about 2 screens and potentially adding a third. 3 screens is pretty normal.
That's good.
I will say, I don't know how many people have 4 screens. Not ever. But do you have the ability to put 4 screens all within your view
Oh, shout out
without
to you,
some actual reimagining of how your room, your living room, your...
This just depends on the setup. It depends on the setup.
See, I have laptop, phone, TV. I don't even own an iPad.
Yeah, during my heights of watching the NCAA tournament, I would have the TV in front of me, my computer on in front of me, my phone to the left of me, and my tablet to the right of me. So, and I would have each of those on the March Madness app, so you can watch multiple games at one time on multiple devices. So I can watch 2 games on my phone if I want to.
Just tell the family, don't bother me right now.
Yeah,
I'm in
shut.
March Madness mode.
Daddy is locked in right now. Okay, just relax.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, give me a few hours. Just watch the tournament games. Mavs up 32-17 at the end of 1. Mavericks shooting in the first quarter 59% from the field. 61% from the field. 32-17. Nuggets. Nets shot 40% from the field. 16 points in the paint for the Dallas Mavericks. You look at the first quarter numbers for Dallas. Anthony Davis, great start for him. 3 of 4, 6 points, 2 assists, a block shot as well. Kai Jones, 3 for 3, had 6 points. Najee Marshall had 6 points. Brandon Williams also had 5 points, as well as the Mavericks led after 1, 32-17, handling business comfortably in that first quarter against a Brooklyn Nets team that is not very good.
And I would say Davis was not moving with finals level. I'm
No.
playing in and he shouldn't be. This is not very clear. I'm not criticizing.
This is not a max effort game.
He's easing his way back in.
Yes.
And so for him to be, tally up those stats says a little bit about the Brooklyn Nets. Let's be honest. But it also says a little bit of that, a being cautious Davis is just able to put up counting numbers like it's nothing.
How did you guys feel like he moved, Bobby, in the first quarter?
I mean, looked all right.
Feel like he moved okay?
Yeah, it looked all right.
Yeah, I don't think he looked like he was moving poorly.
Sure.
I thought he looked like he was moving cautiously as he eases his way back into playing basketball games.
The way he was playing against Houston was like flying. They played that like Game 7.
Yes.
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 It's
which
another
might have been a bad
intensity
thing,
level was much higher that day.
Yeah, that might have been bad.
And it's another reason why like one game does not dictate a trade. I don't think this person is in there. I was talking in the comments in the pregame show.
Mm.
And somebody was saying that the offense wasn't an issue in the one game Anthony Davis played. Yes, but I think the reasonable analysis I had before the Rockets game was that offense is the bigger question mark. And I'm not, I have some concerns about what it's going to look like. But one game, especially if like you just have a different level of intensity and effort than the other team, it is easy for stuff like this to happen. Or maybe the offense is the best in the league. What if Dallas? That's the funniest thing. What if Dallas is just like really not that good defensively, but the offense just keeps rolling?
I think they'll be good.
But there's just no scenario where that's going to happen.
That's the problem I'm looking most forward to is like how monster of this team is going to be on the defensive end when all three of their guys in the front court are healthy.
I might not see it this season.
Yeah, that's the same. I mean, if we got any indication, at least with Gafford and Davis together against that Houston game, and then you throw Lively into the mix as well, oh boy, that's going to be a juggernaut defense because you'll have two of those guys on the floor a lot of the time with the Mavericks. Just to give you an early look around the association as well on this Monday night, a few other games already underway as we're watching the Mavericks take on the Brooklyn Nets, up 37-18 already. Pacers up 54-48 on the Timberwolves at halftime as Indiana's at home taking on Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves. Raptors and Wizards tied at 50, about to go into halftime in our nation's capital. Pelicans, Sixers just underway.
They hit him for a delay game for that one. The ball ended up back in his hands.
In New Orleans. And we are about to be at halftime in Orlando between the Lakers and the Magic. Lakers up 60-56, about to go into halftime. Luka with 21 in the first half for Los Angeles.
Oh, my God. He cooked those guys. Ugh.
But that just gives you an early look around the association with some of the early games so far this evening.
The right corner has not been very friendly tonight to the Mavs, or they haven't been very friendly to it. A lot of really ugly clanks. Bye, KG.
Man.
Oh, okay. They're like, I've had enough of you nerds. I'm going to go watch the game with Luds.
Luds, you want to come on our watch along? Damn.
He's locked in.
He's locked in.
He's so locked
Luds
in right now.
locked in.
Respect to Luds.
Stars trying to win a title. Okay.
Stars playing the Wild tonight. While the Mavs are wilding out. It is nice, though, like, it's only 14 minutes into the game, so it might not be the case, but it is nice to just watch them come out and beat the other team's ass. Now, the other thing is, even in a lot of these games that they've been losing lately, they're getting off to good starts.
Yes.
Like, almost every night they're up 5 or 10 in the first quarter. Now, or the second quarter. Now, they've gone on to lose a lot of those games, so, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, but think back to the beginning of the year, dude. They were getting off to miserable starts for like the first month and a half, even when they were winning games. So if nothing else, they're at least coming out with a little bit more of a pep in their step, which if that can translate and carry over to when they have, all of their good players available, that's how you win games. Holy shit, dude.
Okay, that possession right there is just an example of Anthony Davis. Cam Johnson goes into the middle of the lane. Looks like he wants to take a floater over Anthony Davis. He realizes Davis is there. Kicks out to a guy who's on the corner for the three-point line. He hits off the side of the backboard. Like, that is a perfect example of the turn that Anthony Davis is right there.
That's two horrendous misses by those guys.
In fairness, it was a pretty fine three-point look. I'm not dismissing. I'm not disagreeing.
There's a gap between the beginning. I mean, sometimes defense is about the shots you don't allow, though, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, that's
But you force them into a lower percentage shot
by a player that you're probably cool with taking a three. Mm-hmm. Granted, I don't know if that was Trendon Watford. I don't know what he shoots. Oh, Jaden is like down by the looks of it.
Man.
Oh my God, he took a full 5 seconds and still claimed it. Timeout? No, and all right, Hardy's up and at him.
I hope it's not his ankle again.
No, it looked like he hit his head or something. So what am I going to do? I'm putting it up. It was not Nick Claxton's best effort.
It was Noah Clowney in the corner who missed that shot.
Oh, Noah Clowney.
So, yes, okay. You let Noah Clowney shoot. Forgot Noah Clowney's still in the league.
Isn't he a rookie? Second year?
Am I thinking of somebody differently? But he's been in the league a few
Were
years.
you thinking of Noah Vonleh?
No, but...
He was thinking of Davian Clowney.
Ah,
maybe.
Panthers. Or is he still? Did he change teams?
That's a good call. I don't remember.
That's a hook. You cannot do that. That was a travel too.
You're right. It's Noah Clowney's second year.
Oh!
Also, Noah Clowney takes 6 threes a game at 34%.
Dude,
Yikes.
king.
Yikes.
King.
Yikes.
That's not too bad.
Where was the
man,
foul?
What a block.
Wait a minute.
They called a foul on that.
Where was the foul?
And then looking back up. Don't tempt the replay challenge. Is that what they're doing?
Well, I think they did challenge it. And,
yeah, well, they don't have a challenge.
You know, as much as the Mavs. The Mavs. As much as I would love for the Mavs to go undefeated or whatever, I do hope they lose this challenge so that they don't have another one. We can have a challenge-free second half.
To have a challenge-free game from this point on.
Yeah, so miss the challenge, lose it. Lizelle.
What's up, Lizelle?
Aww.
Just hanging out, eating pizza.
Thanks for stopping by, Liz. Hope all is well.
Stoppage in play as the Mavericks up 39-24 in the second quarter. As we have our live watch long, it's Kevin Gray, Tim Cato, Bobby Carell, and Guy Tanner producing, making us look good, sound good. 7:47 left in the first half. Anthony Davis so far for the Dallas Mavericks got 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting. Kai Jones got 6 points as well. He's 3 of 3. Brandon Williams, actually your leading scorer for the Mavericks. He's got 7 points right now for Dallas. Cam Johnson got 6 for.
I got 2 bags of chips though, so I'm good.
We're doing side chat.
Yeah.
Side chat.
By the way, real quick, if you're a fan of 3-point shooting, this is not the game for you. As both teams are right now a combined, check this out, 4 of 26.
Holy
downtown.
And if you add up the distance by which they've missed all these shots, like you could travel around the earth.
Pretty much.
There have been some really, really horrifying misses in this game.
Yeah,
shout out question.
What's that?
We playing golf with DLLS in April. Lizelle, thank you for bringing that up. Wow. We are having a golf tournament at Stevens Park Golf Course that is in Dallas on Friday, April 25th. You play as part of a foursome, so if you want to come play with us, you can play. You can sign up by yourself, or you can register as part of a group. I am not a golfer. If I played that course, if the par is 72, then my par would need to be 720. That would just be a terrible, terrible, terrible situation for every. I think I would like damage the game of golf irreversibly. But if you do want to play, there's a link on our website. If you're a diehard, you get a 20% discount whenever you go to sign up. And rumor has it, a whole lot of DLLS personalities will be playing.
The rumor has it.
I don't know if any of us three will be, though.
I have never played golf before. However, it doesn't look that hard. But out of the goodness of my heart...
Oh, you're going to spare us?
For the sake of having a different winner. I just don't think it's right for me to hop in this game.
Okay.
Maybe I'll show up.
What's up, Steve?
That's going to be a busy day for me personally because I'm going to go have some fun, with you all, for the golf earlier in the day, and then make the drive over to Fort Worth later on that evening. Friday night SmackDown at Dickies Arena, April 25th. Taking my daughter to go see
what day is it again?
Friday, April 25th.
Friday, April 25th.
I'm going to be covering Game 6 Mavericks Thunder.
All
Oh
right,
my
Tim.
God, dude.
All right, Tim.
Just leave me alone.
Yeah, like stop.
that would be
please.
game 3.
Right.
It'd be only
not
3.
Game 6.
Really?
Yeah, because the play-in is April 16th through the 18th.
Yeah, game 1 of the playoffs is 4:20.
That's right.
Wait, I don't get it.
What's up, Steve?
What does that stand for?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to see if you knew.
Putt
I
Putt
totally
is
know
an
what that
amazing
means.
game. I love Putt Putt.
Yeah, can we do a putt-putt event? Like
That'd be
that I would go
amazing.
to. We
That
should
is
do that next.
something that is in the cards.
All
So
right.
I've heard.
That I might win.
I had a
Okay.
high-level meeting earlier today.
Can we
no
do a
big
pool
deal.
tournament?
Mm.
Like a tournament in the pool?
No, the other
No.
type.
Oh, like billiards?
What about
Akin to
Papa Shot?
billiards.
Papa Shot. That one
Ooh,
is-
Papa Shot tournament?
Yeah.
I know a place.
Same.
Good discipline not to travel there, actually, by Claxton. Kept that pivot foot down. So many bigs just shuffle their feet on that.
I think Claxton is quite a good player.
Life is a highway.
Get your guide.
What?
They mentioned Rascal Flatts.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Oh, sorry. He was like, is Nick
Keep
Claxton,
up, Bobby.
Is Nick
Jeez.
Claxton a big Rascal Flats fan?
I keep up. You dropped the rumor has it, so I had to drop the Adele. Rumor has it, and somebody dropped Rascal Flatts. I had to drop, Life is a highway.
Trivia competition. I am a big trivia player. I'm a big trivia player.
Yeah, but you never come out when I invite you.
you.
That is true.
Wow.
I've played trivia with you several times.
Oh, once.
I know, it was like 3 times at least.
At best twice.
Ben
I
talking some
think
smack
3
in the
times at
chat. He
least.
said
I know,
I
I
would beat
saw
all
it,
y'all
yeah.
at putt putt. I think that's a shot at you.
You would
Tanner.
definitely beat me.
I think so.
That's offensive goaltending.
Yeah.
You cannot do that.
I'm unbothered.
I have always been told that if 50% of the ball is out of the cylinder, it is not. And I feel like they
No,
call
that's a
it.
lie.
They need.
There's
Honestly,
a halo around the rim. You can't do
I
that.
honestly would not be opposed if the NBA.
That is not offensive goaltending.
I would
halo
not
around
be
the
opposed
rim.
if the NBA adopted the FIBA rule when it comes to basket interference.
It's on the rim. The ball. You cannot touch that ball.
I
That's
would
ridiculous.
I would like that actually. Are we in favor of that or no?
Goaltending,
A 10
legal goaltending.
Yeah, legal
Yeah,
goaltending.
I'm legalize it.
Yeah. Okay.
I got more of them.
Okay, let's go through real quick.
Starting to heat up.
If there's a rule change that you would want to make for the
Starting
NBA,
to light up.
what rule change would you make? I'm gonna go with the legalized goaltending. I think
God,
that
there's a few. That is a great one.
Yeah, I
I think that would make the game a lot more fun to watch. I think.
agreed.
Getting rid of challenges, I think, would be great.
Oh, okay.
I think this kind of comes from discussions I've had with Mavs fans, but a lot of them feel like trades should not be allowed.
Of course,
Mm.
of course.
I think I think stuff to speed up the game is better. And this is going to sound like a cop rules, but trust me, I'm like power to the people and everything. If you shoot the ball after a non-shooting foul, like if you shoot the ball like a second and a half after the whistle, delay a game. Just stop doing that. That takes the game, that 15-second delay while you're chasing down the rebound in the stands, and then the ball's going to knock over a drink and the floor is going to get wet. We got to stop. Like, don't do that. Also, if you're a role player and you complain about a foul call, automatic tech. I don't want to see that anymore.
Wow.
Dude, it makes
Oh.
the game take forever. There's just some touch foul, and then like the 9th man is bitching to the ref about it. It's like, bro, stop. It's 10:30 p.m. on a Wednesday. I have to work tomorrow.
So any non-starter who complains about
Even
a
if you're a
call-
star and you complain, you should get a warning. But
the
it-
NBA does
if
have
you-
an official star designation.
Yeah.
that is true.
If you're a role player and you're complaining, automatic tech. Do not make yourself bigger than the game.
You have it here first, folks.
This
Bobby
is scheduled
Carrallo
for
wants
human
more
beings.
free throws.
Okay, hold on. Let's stop right here for a second.
Also,
Sarah-
no free throws for techs. You just get a point. How about that? A tech is just a point.
That I like.
Just automatic point.
Just point.
Okay.
Defensive 3 seconds, automatic point.
I'm actually very cool.
2
with
delay
that.
games, automatic point.
I
Just
like
give me a
that.
point.
I like that.
Every free throw takes 20 to 30 seconds, and that's without people crying. That's without Giannis taking 37
See,
seconds
but
to
I
get
don't
rid of the
know
ball.
though. Can you assume the point? Because that could be the difference. Like if you
Doesn't
get,
matter. Just it's
I
a
don't
point. Don't pick
Oh.
up a tech.
Okay.
If you were
okay.
given if the other team was given a point when you got a tech, people would not get techs anymore.
Okay.
if you're really that competitive.
Yeah.
Also, the technical free throw is by far the most converted free throw in the NBA because you get to choose your best free throw shooter. I mean, I don't have the exact evidence in front of me, but I promise you it is the most converted.
By Liz.
Wow.
And trust me, the Monte's gummy is still safe. It's in the studio right over there.
It is. I've seen it. I can vouch.
I told them the story on day one.
I'm not sure it was day one, but it was one
Maybe
of the
it was day
very,
two.
very early days.
It was the first time we were in the studio.
Okay.
Let's go to Sarah's real quick because I thought this is a very interesting one. Can you go up a little bit? Right.
That I hate due process
No.
and free speech.
That too. Play-in tournaments should be multi-conference free-for-all.
I think that the playoffs should be multi-conference, maybe.
I
think
saw
that would be
something
neat.
interesting. I think it was today or yesterday, but just taking the top 16 teams and making it NCAA tournament style. So the 1 would play the 16, the 2 would play the 15. You just have the 16 best teams.
Yeah, regardless of conference.
Regardless of conference, and those teams play for the
nice.
NBA championship.
See, I do think that is the better way to do it based on record, because then you're going to avoid the best teams getting knocked out early, but you're playing a conference schedule. So I think the East teams, theoretically, their win totals are inflated because they're playing against Eastern Conference teams.
Mm-hmm.
They should not get a higher seed over a West team that is clearly better than them.
And on top of that, I think East teams would even complain. So, right now, if you lock the standings, Cleveland, who has the second best record in the NBA, they would have to go fly to Sacramento.
Whew.
Damn.
It's a long way to go.
Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah.
So what would you do?
And
But
worse,
also they'd be
they would have
annoyed
to
that-
play the Kings.
Yeah.
So would you seed the teams by strength of schedule then, regardless of record, to try to keep it fair?
That's pretty tough.
Well, I'm just saying, if we're accounting for how the conferences are, between the East and the West, and how poorly the East is relative to the West.
I think if you really want, I think the real radical idea is the one that no one wants to hear, which is to get rid of the playoffs altogether and just do it soccer style. Team with the most wins
Adam
wins.
Silver would love that, actually.
Teams with the most wins. I know it's anticlimactic sometimes, but hey, if you want teams to take the regular season seriously, make it matter.
Yeah.
But we're not ready to have that conversation.
Actually, I'm sure Adam Silver would probably have that conversation with you.
No, too much money in the playoffs. They had a whole bubble for the playoffs.
That is true.
These are a lot of hoop ideas. Probably mostly bad hoop ideas. I think actually if I was I was going to say chancellor for a day. If I was commissioner for a day, I'm getting rid of the plan. That's the rule I want to change.
I think a lot of folks will be on board with that.
Either that or
Top
make
8 teams make it, and that's
make
it.
the in-season tournament interconference or something. I'm changing one of the new nifty ideas to make it actually better.
I think the play-in tournament, or excuse me, the play-in tournament, I think the NBA Cup championship game should be the game that's played for All-Star Weekend now.
I love that one.
Actually, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Every time you tell me
Damn.
that, I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
that is a great idea.
Yeah, it is.
Chat, what do you think? Do you like KG's idea? Say it
Yeah.
again.
That the NBA Cup final should be the game that's played All-Star Weekend instead of the NBA All-Star game.
So
That's
are we
tough, though, is that it
prolonging
eliminates,
does the NBA Cup start later, or is it just we just hold off on that
We
game?
hold
for a while?
off on that game until All-Star
And the winning
Weekend.
team gets $1 million each, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like each player
That's
would get
awesome.
$1 million, and then those 2 teams that make it, they get an extra 2 days off for the All-Star break.
God, I love that one.
Yeah.
I think I agree with that, but also you still draft an all-star team.
Yes, you still get the All-Star
and
recognition.
Each team
yes.
playing in the NBA Cup gets to pick one all-star not on their team to play in the NBA Cup game. Just to play in the NBA Cup game.
That would be insane.
But it'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be a lot of fun.
It would be a lot of fun.
That would be insane. Like, which one are you picking?
Okay,
like,
so who was in it? It was the Bucks and the Lakers again? No,
Bucks and
Thunder, right?
Thunder.
the Bucks and the Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the OKC Thunder and you get to choose an all-star just one time, would you pick KD?
Oh wow.
Like, that would be, like, KD's probably never going back to OKC. But for one game, you get to see him play in an OKC jersey again. I don't think there's any bad feelings. It's like he's statistically, well, like with the players themselves. Thunder fans are kind of split on it. There's some Thunder fans that are pro reunion. And then the Bucks would choose who compliments Giannis and Dame.
Jokic.
Who would you take?
Jokic.
I like this one from Sarah.
Which one?
Ooh, that's so good.
The two players with the most
Like a
texts
UFC
over the course
fight?
of the season, and each conference has to fight each other.
I love that one. Wait a minute. What do you think that guys would purposely get more texts?
Was that Luka?
No, I'm sure Luka would probably calm down. He's like, I'm not fighting anybody.
Dude, I bet there'd be some guys that are like, I don't care. Put me out there. Put me in.
Well, I think if somebody who was like very unlikable.
Taryn, you might have to check me on this, but I
Was
think
the
the leader
lead
right
in
now.
We need a heel.
Yeah, I think the
Well,
leader
I think
in
that might
technical
inspire
fouls.
other people to get a bunch of texts to be able to fight that specific person.
Check me out. I think the leader in technical fouls right now is Anthony Edwards.
He's already in suspension territory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, already.
he is.
It's been that way for a while.
By this. Number 1, Dylan Brooks.
Oh.
How many?
15. Oh, so he's tied. Anthony Edwards also has 15.
Okay, so both of them got
okay.
15. Okay.
Both
Luka
the game
with
away from
13.
suspension.
Who's
Wait,
got 13?
no, Anthony Edwards already got a suspension.
I think he got rescinded.
I think his one has got rescinded. Yeah.
You said Luka's got 13.
That's what this says.
He's only played like 30 games. That's awesome.
But Luka, he's starting to pick up them bullshit texts these days. Like he's saying please, and next thing you know, tech. But yeah,
That's definitely not what he's saying.
no for sure. That's what I'm saying. He's definitely not saying.
2:27 left, by the way.
Mavericks have
In this
55
consequential
40.
game.
Yes, we've been making changes to the NBA rules.
Whoa. I love the confidence, but look at Najee getting downhill. Show him. No, put him back. Don't show him. Don't do that. Tuck him in.
2 minutes left in the first half between the Mavericks and the Nets, with the Mavericks up by 15.
So whenever I was in Denver a couple months ago for some all-city meetings,
Flex.
D-Line, friend of the show, designer of merch, of DNVR Nuggets fame and notoriety, told me his rule change, and I don't know if he said it on camera, and so I don't want to say it, so I know that's like such a tease. But I want to tell y'all, remind me to tell y'all whenever we're not live.
How could you? Why would you say that in front of the audience like that?
I needed to get this out to you now so that I didn't forget, because
okay.
his proposed rule change legitimately, like, I want it to happen so badly. And I think that it would make the game actually a lot more fun.
I don't think you should say it on a post-game show, but I think on a watch-along, it would be all right.
All right, D-Line, if you're tuned in, look away. His proposal is that
Well, he probably said it out loud somewhere.
Right.
maybe who can say?
Do you really think you're so special that you're the first person to have heard this from him?
Honestly, dude, I think I might be.
Okay,
Oh,
fair.
okay.
Because the
Valid.
context of our conversation was talking about ideas you have that you wouldn't otherwise normally share with people.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So his rule proposal is that when a shooting foul is called,
Okay.
you don't shoot free throws. You shoot the ball from where the foul was called, unguarded.
Oh wow.
And if you make it or if you miss it, doesn't matter. You reset, inbound the ball. No more free throws.
Oh, just eliminating free throws for good?
Yes.
Huh.
So if you are fouled shooting a layup, you shoot the layup. If you're fouled shooting a three, you shoot the three. And it's got to be from the spot, horse style. So, like, what that would eliminate is, like, the bullshit Dame Lillard come off a screen and just and
But it doesn't.
he does that 3 times a game.
I don't think that eliminates that, though.
I think it definitely
Damian
would eliminate
Lillard-
it if the shot that you are doing that bullshit from 30 feet, you're going to miss it and it's going to count against your field goal percentage. You're absolutely not doing that anymore because you're completely wasting the possession.
I don't think you get a lot of 30-foot three-point fouls.
Oh, dude.
No, seriously.
Are you a Bucks? Okay, well, what about 28.5?
I think
What
that
about
Damian
29?
Lillard, uncontested with a moment to breathe and line it up, would shoot like 70% on those.
Yeah, am I trying to give Stephen
And that's
Curry
worth
just carte blanche and just wide open 3-pointers?
Well, Steph doesn't really, Steph is one of the least egregious foul hunters.
Oh, PJ, get up. Oh, my
okay,
God. You better not do that.
Okay.
Stop doing that right now.
BJ was
Okay.
limping slightly.
Yeah.
Young man, stop doing that.
What about and ones?
You just get the point.
PJ's off into the right corner, pretty much trying to stay out of the play at the moment.
He's not signaling toward the bench, but he is not moving too good.
Yeah, he's not. Let's see what happens. Oh, the left ankle this time. Oh, geez. So he's trying to close out on a three-point.
That's a little turn. That's a little turn. Hopium.
The concern here
not
is
that.
that
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's
hopium. No
yeah,
hopium.
That's kind of a big.
I mean, really, like basketball is just like basketball doesn't even mean anything. It's not even really that important at all.
I think my big concern is like make sure you didn't like pull any muscle from the kind of awkward, unexpected splits.
As Spencer Dinwiddie drills a three with about 27 seconds left, the Mavericks have 62-45 as we are nearing the end of the first half. A dominant performance by the Dallas Mavericks here.
Nobody
in this first half.
Nobody
knows me.
We're singing
that increases
very different songs.
That increases pace of play. That discourages.
I know that. I know you know this. It's just very funny.
It discourages foul baiting, and also to a degree, it discourages cheap fouls too.
I get the point.
And it eliminates hack-a-shack stuff. That is better for the game.
So here's my whole things with fouls, and I agree that we want fewer fouls, right?
Yes.
So I don't know why they don't make it illegal to do that. If you want to take it out of the games, just tell the players not to do that. Like they should have some set of rules
that you have to follow.
That says you are not allowed to, make contact with players.
Else you are handed a violation.
Yeah, so I just don't understand why, if you don't want something to happen, you don't ban it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And that's always been my weird dilemma about this whole situation.
Halftime at Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
Sarah, yes, it was Mitski.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
Wow, Tim, jeez. Wow.
I'm gonna run out of here real quick.
Before you break something else.
What are you going to do?
Mavericks up 62. Mavericks up 62-48.
Light up a red in the parking lot?
At halftime. PC Washington Jr., your leading scorer for the Mavericks. He's got 11.
He's definitely coming back, KG.
Let's hope.
Tim is definitely coming back.
Let's hope.
He's not going home.
Let's hope.
I said you said it, then I'm good. I said you're not going.
You're not going home. PJ with 11 at halftime. Spencer Dinwiddie's got 9 points, 9.6 assists for Spencer Dinwiddie. By the way, 0 turnovers for Spencer in the first half. So 6 assists, 0 turnovers, continuing his stellar play. Protecting.
Dare I say has he been playing winning basketball?
We detailed earlier on 28 assists, 4 turnovers in his last 4 games. 7-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
Is that 34-4 now? You
30?
said 6-0?
Yeah. That's pretty damn good.
8.5-1. That's Tyus Jones territory.
Yeah, that's excellent play for Spencer Dinwiddie. Yes, we will try to find more when it comes to PJ Washington, who turned his left ankle late in the first half.
I don't want to know more. Don't tell me more, because anything that you tell me about it is going to be bad.
Well, we'll find out. We'll let you know how bad it is. If hopefully it's not. Najee Marshall 9 points in the first half as well. Cam Johnson, your leading scorer for Brooklyn, he's got 9 points for the Nets. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, 3-point shooting is your thing. This is not the game for you to watch, as both teams are a combined. Check this out: 10 of 37 from downtown.
They're
tonight.
heating up though.
Right, at one point, it was 1-3 for Brooklyn and 3 for the Mavericks.
They were 4 for 26. Now they're 10 of 37. I mean, that's honestly,
it's progress.
It's
progress. Mavericks shoot 54% from the field in the first half. Nets shoot 46% from the field in the first half. Mavericks 20 of 29 in 2-point field goal range. That's 69%. Mavericks go 7 of 9 from the free throw line in the first half. Brooklyn goes 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Mavericks score 32 of their 62 points in the paint. But obviously the story, Bobby, Anthony Davis making his return after missing the last 6 weeks in 18 games with the Mavericks. How did you feel like he moved in the first half with the way that he played? He got a couple of early baskets in the paint. Nice little dish to Kai Jones for a dunk as well. What have you thought about AD and his movement so far?
He's beating their ass. I mean, they don't have Nick Claxton is like a really, really good big man at switching and guarding smaller guys, right? But AD is 2-3 inches taller than him, or maybe he's only 1 inch taller than him. I think Claxton's 6'9", AD's 6'10", 6'11", right? So yeah, 1-2 inches taller than him, probably got 20, 30 pounds on him. And I mean, the Nets don't have any other size on the floor. Like their power forward is like Cam Johnson or Noah Clowney. Like these guys aren't very big. And so we're seeing the advantage of playing AD at the 4 against a team like Brooklyn that's very small. You can either put your 5 on him, which means you got a smaller guy on Kai Jones who's in the dunker spot, or you put your smaller guy on AD and then you have to double, and then you're leaving guys open. And he found, PJ, he's found Kai Jones with some passes. Maybe he's only found Kai Jones. I don't remember. But at any rate, matchup problem.
Yeah.
Against a really bad team. And he played 14 minutes, so he's right on schedule. So, I would imagine if it's like they're up 14 right now, if it's a complete laugher in the fourth quarter, maybe he doesn't get back out there. But I also think there's value in him playing some minutes no matter what, just to get his legs back,
Yeah.
I think that's the thing to watch in the second half, really.
Especially with him not playing. He's not going to be playing tomorrow on the second night of a back-to-back when the Mavericks visit the New York Knicks. Kessler Edwards will be available for tomorrow's game with Anthony Davis sitting. But, yes, right on schedule with the 28-minute restriction that Jason Kidd had mentioned in his pregame availability. Anthony Davis playing 14 minutes on the dot in the first half for the Mavericks. So good to see his return, getting his legs under him. Of course, have been getting 5-on-5 work in with the Texas Legends to get himself prepared for this game. And so far, so good. But the Mavericks dominating in the paint and getting contributions from a lot of different guys in that first half as well. Brandon Williams also with 7 points in the first half as he continues to wind down his two-way deal with the Dallas Mavericks as well. But the Mavericks
get a load of this. How'd that sound?
Not like the ASMR that you was trying to go for. It sounds.
No, was that bad?
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
Let me know. Let me hear it.
Austin PJ turned his left ankle late in the first half, closing out on a 3-point attempt. We will try to find out more as quickly as we can with the status of PJ Washington going into the second half. Some of the other scores around the association on this Monday night with some early games already in action. I'm sorry?
No, I kind of want to see you trying to fix your mic, though.
Oh. While Tim does that. Pacers blowing out the Timberwolves 80-65 right now with just under 4 minutes left.
Who was the last one to touch it?
There we go. It's back.
There we go.
Okay.
Pacers up 80-65 with just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. They're at home against Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves. Magic up 79-72 at home over the Los Angeles Lakers with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Luka Doncic so far in the game, he still has 21 points for the Los Angeles Lakers. Meanwhile, Paolo Banchero, he's got 20 for Orlando. Other scores around the association: Raptors up 67-66 on the Washington Wizards in our nation's capital with 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter, and the Pelicans up by 10, 39-29 with 8.5 minutes left in the first half in the Big Easy. Other games coming up tonight, you've got the Chicago Bulls who beat the shit out of the Lakers over the weekend. They are on the road taking on the Denver Nuggets. What happened? Oh, you wasn't ready for me to say that?
Bobby's dying. Yeah.
I was not expecting scores from around the league to turn into just they fucking whooped their ass.
They did. Did you watch any of that game between the Lakers and the Bulls?
I saw Matas Buzelis
cooking Luka. He cooked Luka on a move.
Oh my god! That just
God.
really took a turn I was not expecting. KG.
Yeah, Chicago's been playing better. I was like, you'll see Chicago in the last game of this 4-game road trip for the Dallas Mavericks, actually. But yeah, they're on the road taking on the Denver Nuggets. No Nikola Jokic again tonight for Denver, so he's not going to be available as he continues to deal with that ankle injury. Game that you're going to be wanting to pay attention to, obviously, that has to do with the Mavericks. Bucks at Suns tonight. Suns have won 3 straight games. They're currently on a 5-game homestand. They welcome in Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks. That game will tip off at 9 o'clock tonight on NBA TV if you're going to be watching that game, with the Suns actually a 3.5-point favorite at home tonight over the Milwaukee Bucks. So if you're paying attention to that. And then the final game in tonight's action, the Boston Celtics visiting the Sacramento Kings. Domantas Sabonis is back for Sacramento after missing a week with his own ankle sprain, so he is back for Sacramento. They hold down the 9th spot right now in the Western Conference. The Suns, of course, in 10th by virtue of holding the tiebreaker over the Mavericks. Mavericks in 11th right now.
Mavs are going to be a half game behind Sacramento by the end of the night.
Oh, you think? With the Celtics beating
Mavs will win tonight. Celtics will win tonight. Mavs will be half a game out of 9th.
That game is honestly kind of weird because you never know. Honestly, with both the Celtics and the Keys, you never know which version of those teams that you're going to get on a night-to-night basis. Sometimes the Celtics look like the dominant world beaters that they were a year ago, and then other times they're just smoking a bazillion three-pointers, and you're like, what the hell?
They lost to the Thunder by like 5.
Who?
Boston.
Yeah, I'm just saying. No, I'm talking about just there's some variance with Boston sometimes when it comes to the way that they.
Ain't no variance against the Kings. Kings take all twos. It's a lot of misses, not a lot of defense.
Appreciate
if this Mavs team plays this Kings team in the play, and the Mavs will win that game.
Okay, even with the full
book them, book it.
Okay.
That's a guarantee.
With a full healthy Kings team, fully healthy Kings team.
If Lively and Gafford play, Mavs win.
Okay.
If one of Lively or Gafford play, I like the Mavs' chances. I don't love them, but I like them.
Okay.
If both play, Mavs win.
Okay.
Easy.
Shout out to Playmaker. Okay. Shout out to Playmaker Spy 24 Spy. He says that Dame is out tonight from Milwaukee, so Phoenix catching a break when with no Dame for the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. So interesting there. But that just gives you a lay of the land when it comes to some of the other games in and around the association. But the big one you're going to be watching after the Mavericks and the Nets, Suns Bucks tonight, 9 p.m.
Suns Bucks.
NBA
We should
TV.
do a watch along for that too.
No.
Yes.
Gonna be in the middle of our
Bobby's
post-game
gone.
show.
Bobby's gone. I'm
Gonna be
making
in the
the
middle of
rules.
our post game show.
I don't care.
Actually, Stein probably wouldn't mind a Bucks watch along. Probably, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is Lillard out with? Austin asked, "What is Damian Lillard out with?" We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out together. Let's see here. Damian Lillard is out with. He's got a calf injury. Okay.
Gotta trade him.
No,
I don't fuck
Tim.
with calf injuries. They're bad. They're serious. I'm not joking.
Yes. Sarah says that Luka is chirping with Jamal Mosley. I'm sure that's playful banter. They love each other. Jamal Mosley and Luka Doncic love each other, so I'm sure it's playful. But yeah, Damian Lillard out with a calf injury for the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. So there you go.
You got a bottle opener, bro?
I do.
Oh, where's it? I'll go get it.
Nope.
Oh. That was very nice of him.
Wow, this will be the first time that the Suns and the Bucks play each other this year. Interesting note for tonight's game as well. Between the, you're gonna catch it. You toss it to catch it. There you go. There you go.
Thanks, dude.
Interesting note between the Mavericks and the Nets tonight.
Great pass.
The Mavericks and Nets will see
Decent
each other
pass.
1 week. We'll see each other 1 week from tonight, actually, at the American Airlines Center.
It'll be.
This isn't. Bobby does know how to open things. My bottle opener is at least, if not more than a decade old, and is worn down. Look at the teeth on
That thing. That thing is duller.
Are you
than
going to walk
Mavs
up to the
Sixers.
camera and do this? This never goes well for us.
It's not going to be in focus.
It's not going to be in focus. Yeah.
Just trust
That
me.
never
I
ends
bite
well.
my nails to the point where it bleeds sometimes, and my nails are still sharper than that thing's fang. But nonetheless, thanks, Tim.
John says...
this one's for you, pal.
John P. says, is there a rule that there has to be 2 on camera at all times? Bobby sits and Tim bolts.
We kind of just make up the rule. I mean, it's an informal rule in the sense that it's easier with 2 people on.
Yeah.
I don't think there's an official rule.
Yeah, there's not an official rule.
I mean,
I think it's about respect, which is pretty fundamental.
like theoretically, all 3 of us could get up and leave right now. There's no rule against that.
Would that be
great? Would that be a great
If you do
watch
that,
along?
then I'm coming out there. So.
Okay. Tanner has
All
come
right,
join
well,
me
So it
before.
sounds like it's time for us to...
Is that like a challenge?
It sounds like it's time for us to go and get up there.
Last time I was on a watch along, both of you guys had to bounce, and Tanner came and sat with me, and we
How was it?
hung out and we talked for a little bit.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was freeing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome, man.
I don't really remember what I was talking about. I remember I had like a long diatribe I was going on, Tanner.
Okay.
But I don't remember what it was.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to read you guys a quote. This is
Tanner
random.
just said that shit wasn't memorable at all.
You know,
all right.
Tanner loves me more than y'all.
I'm going to read y'all a quote, okay? It's an NBA quote from a coach. Maybe. Okay? Quote, "No one tells a real story, and I'm fine with that. It's unfair in some ways. I don't get enough credit for getting the 3 wins. I get credit for losing. I always say, quote, what if we had lost to Houston in 6? No one cares. One of the things that I'm proud of is we've never been swept. All the coaches have been swept in the playoffs. My teams achieve. A lot of them overachieve, and I'm very proud of that," end quote.
I mean, this obviously has to be Doc Rivers, right?
Is that a real Doc Rivers quote?
I mean, it sounds like him. I don't know if it's real. It sounds like him. Honestly, the only other coach that would say something like that, the only other NBA coach who would give a quote just like that is Jason Kidd. Obviously, different context. He would say different things, but
Jay Kidd's never been swept either, I don't think, right?
Yeah. Is there any other NBA head coach that you could imagine saying something like that?
Maybe they did get swept. Did they get swept by the Heat? I don't know. I don't remember.
That is 100% a real quote from Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Marjay Spears.
I 100% believe it.
I've never been swept.
I've never been swept.
That's awesome, man. Like,
oh my
good
gosh.
for you. That's really cool.
Doc really tried to protect.
I too have never been swept.
Woo. Ben Solheim says the fact that Doc keeps getting coaching jobs is still mind-boggling. You're right.
Maybe he's a really good dude.
Something like that. We're underway in the second half between the Mavericks and the the Nets. Anthony Davis knocks down a jumper to extend the Mavericks lead to 64-48. As he, of course, is playing 28 minutes tonight on a minutes restriction. Played 14 minutes in the first half for Dallas as he makes his return after missing the last 18 games with that left adductor strain.
And I'm having to reorientate myself because I see him go up for that pull-up jumper and he fades on it, and it's one motion. It's very decisive. Man, even on floaters, Kai Jones shoots going down.
Wonky.
Yeah, but I have to readjust to Anthony Davis, a player I've watched a lot throughout his career and throughout my career covering the NBA. But I watch him pull up for that shot, and I'm like, that's not a good look. And then it's the most natural looking, switch you've ever seen. What was he as a long 2 shooter this season? Let's find that out.
By the way, PJ Washington is okay. He is starting in the second half for the Mavericks. So he had turned his left ankle late in the first half, closing out on a 3-pointer. But he is okay as he is starting in the second half for the Mavericks.
46% from 16 feet to the 3-point line for Anthony Davis this season.
That's quite good.
That is absolutely worth taking those shots at times. That is not, shouldn't be the main part of your offense, but in fairness, I don't think it is. It is more of a counter move for Anthony Davis. He only takes about 12% of his shots from that distance. And if you're making them at that clip, I mean, you're not really ever going to get fouled on those shots. So that's about 0.92 points per shot, points per possession. You could do better than that. But again, as a counter, good God, I have seen the worst collection of 3-point misses of any team this season from the Brooklyn Nets.
I don't want to like spook anybody, but AD's been walking the last couple possessions, closed out on a shooter and was kind of looking down on that break, did not cross midcourt. Just I don't want to spook. I don't want to spook, just something to monitor.
I think that is the worst case scenario, is that if the worst case scenario is that he re-injures himself. The second worst case scenario is that he's just obviously back sooner than he should be. And I hadn't seen any of that in the first half. But again, if you're an injured player and it is something where you just could re-aggravate yourself. It is something where it just could start feeling worse. Do you guys think that Lively could develop a short jumper like Kia Jones. Is Kia Jones? I've seen Kia Jones a few times. Like, I'm not making fun of any. Wait, is this like an actual nickname that I've missed?
No.
No, because it like I feel like it could be a really cool nickname. I don't quite know.
You jump over a car.
Did that get rim?
No.
Should have been a shot clock violation then. Do we think Lively could develop a short jumper like Kai Jones? I feel like, I mean, certainly his version of that is the little jump hook that he's been showing a lot this season.
Yeah, I would say that's a much more effective shot than Kai's jumper.
I tend to like the jump hook as a really repeatable action, repeatable shot. I think Kai Jones is overperforming just a touch on what we've seen, but also it's not bad that he's hitting him. You know, it's objectively a good thing that he's, you know, shown proficiency in that little area. I mean, I'm interested in I think it's good for a big man to have a floater too. I don't think it should be the main part of their, you know, really what I want to see, even more than the three-pointer, is I want to see Derek Lively comfortable taking multiple dribbles. When I say multiple, I mean like 2. But going from the elbow to the rim. And not just in a straight line. I trust that every single NBA player can, you know, if they have a straight line to the rim, that they're going to take a dribble and they're going to finish. But I would love to see, you know, he needs to flash like a Euro step here and there. But I'd love to see him flash that side to side, move around a defender, which he has flashed. And then also his ability to put the ball on the floor and be, you know, just look fluid with it. Again, we're not asking him to break anybody down and do crossovers. But just being able to take a dribble, do a Euro step, elude, you know, one guy in the path to the rim, or, you know, even show the fluidity that Anthony Davis did on like his, not the dunk, but the layup, his second bucket of this game. It was the second bucket, right? Yeah. And just like really smoothly and efficiently go from 12 feet to layup.
This is great for the Mavs, but the Nuggets play a disgusting brand of basketball.
They're still the Nets, dude.
The Nets. The Nets, not the Nuggets. I don't know why.
Oh, my God, another one.
Yeah, this is disgusting.
And oh, my God.
Oh,
Jesus, dude.
Kai Jones, throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
I was trying to get him killed, man.
In transition. Kai Jones going way up top.
I'm always holding my breath on those where they're going forward, full speed, looking backward.
Woo!
Yeah.
That spins with another dime, too.
You don't get your feet underneath you. And he almost hit his head on the backboard.
He almost hit his head on the backboard. Actually, did he hit his head on the backboard?
Like, that's like full speed into the backboard, into the stanchion, not looking where you're falling. That is a super dangerous play. I always get scared.
That was a hell of a dunk, though, by Kai Jones.
Oh, playmaker, no worries. I was just trying to see if like Kia was a viable nickname for him. You know, like I feel like there could be something there. But yeah, you were far from the only person that I saw do that. And so once I saw it a few times, I was like, wait, have I missed like a really cool nickname that you know is been developed somewhere? So yeah, that's the only reason I asked.
Mavs up 17 with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. As the Mavericks continue to just dominate inside the paint.
And that's horrific help defense,
yeah,
you know, from like overhelping help defense stuff from the Nets. But Kai Jones got that dunk because he made a quick, smart, fast read to the corner shooter. And then the corner shooter found him again.
Anthony Davis played 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes and 37
He's still on
seconds.
the bench, so it's not panic meter or anything. But like
that last
he was not moving very well.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm glad that you said it because
now, granted, I wasn't paying extra close attention to him in the first half, so maybe he was moving like that in the first half too.
And it may be a situation,
I don't think he was.
Yeah, and it may be a situation. Ben mentions, potential conditioning. Obviously, playing in an NBA game, the speed and everything else. He hasn't played in 6 weeks, so getting his legs back under him. But that 3.5-minute stint was, quote unquote, the worst of the 4-minute burst that he's had so far in tonight's game.
A little spooky. John P. So we watch. Our feed is like a minute to a minute and a half behind real time. So if you're watching
our
live,
YouTube
then
feed.
No. Our that
game.
feed is like a minute to a minute and a half, and then YouTube on top of that. So it's probably about a minute and a half to 2 minutes behind.
We'll let you know
time.
when we come out of break. We're on the break right now.
Yeah. So you'll be ahead of us if you're watching live on the telly. Yeah, little. I don't know that I didn't feel super comfortable with that. I just didn't feel super comfortable with what I saw.
Yeah.
But I'm also a chronic worrier. All right.
And he also came out at the 4-minute mark of the first quarter.
Well, he's been doing those 4-minute.
Yeah, so
yeah, he was moving way better the first quarter.
But this
that
last stint that he just had was.
I agree, but it wasn't a premature hook, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, maybe it's supposed to go all the way to 4, or who knows. But I don't know.
Davis is scheduled to play 28 minutes tonight so far. He's played nearly 18 minutes of that 28. 4 or 5 so far with 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block shot so far. Your leading scorer for Dallas, PJ Washington, still with 13 points, 5 assists, and a steal for Dallas. But just to reset for you as we get ready to come back to game action here, it's our Mavericks watch along here on DLLS Mavs. Kevin Gray, that's our Mavericks beat writer Tim Cato, that's our Mavericks analyst Bobby Corella, our producer Tanner helping us out here tonight as he always does. As the Mavericks handling business comfortably right now, up 77-58 in Anthony Davis's return after missing the last 18 games and 6 weeks due to that left adductor strain. Scheduled to play 28 minutes tonight. While you're here, make sure you like the stream as well. The best way you can support us here at DLLS Sports is to like, comment, and subscribe. Over 19,500 strong, as we are less than 500 away from reaching 20,000 subscribers here at DLLS Sports. So bless you. We really appreciate all of you supporting us here. So please give the stream a like as well. We will have our post-game show after tonight's game with our National NBA insider, Mark Stein, joining us live in studio. Of course, he was the one that broke the news today that Anthony Davis is going to be making his return for the Dallas Mavericks. So we will get much more from him in terms of not only his thoughts and perspective on the game, but also a busy day news-wise for your Dallas Mavericks as well as they continue to try and climb themselves back into the top 10 of the playoffs.
Cam Johnson just made the second free throw. So that's where we are.
Thank you, Ben.
Story for me in this game so far, Spencer Dinwiddie continuing to play well. He has dissed the ball quite nicely. The Mavericks sharing the ball quite nicely tonight against a Nuggets. Why I got the Nuggets on the brain? That's like the 4th time I said that.
It's really embarrassing.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'll do better. As the Nets have just been horrendous. They have been turning the ball over like crazy, not shooting the ball well from 3. And the Mavericks have taken advantage of that quite well.
Oh, my God. You say one nice thing about Dinwiddie, and then he tries that. KG.
Them's the breaks. Well, I guess it's on brand, maybe. Who knows? Dinwiddie out-kicking his coverage the last 4 games. No, I'm just joking. He's played well.
Dallas had been having a very, very low turnover game, which coincidentally is also what they had in Anthony Davis's one other game.
Mm-hmm.
They did not turn it over much against the Rockets, and they had not, and still have it. In fact, they have 4 turnovers. That was their 4th turnover. It's not a lot of turnovers.
And also, Kyrie Irving is in attendance for tonight's game as well. He's on the Mavericks bench tonight.
I can't believe he would go with them to New York.
I'm a little confused.
I think he preceded them on the way for this particular trip, actually.
So we don't know for sure. Maybe he already had his surgery. I wonder if he's having a surgery in New York this week. You would think he would already have it, but there hasn't been any sign of that, and he's been pretty around the team and doesn't seem Like those first couple weeks after an ACL surgery you wouldn't be on the bench like that.
Well, he tore the ACL on March the 3rd. Today is March the 24th. So it's been exactly 3 weeks since he suffered the torn ACL. He's not on crutches, correct? No.
Oh, catch the ball.
But we kind of think he still hasn't had. And I don't know. I should ask around about this.
I'm about to say, yeah, we have not had any reports on.
Ultimately, it's a medical thing. Like I don't like. I am out of to the extent that I know some medical stuff. I am certainly not going to speculate on the exact timeline that any player wants to take. But I do wonder if he hasn't had the surgery yet.
Yeah, there has been. I have not seen anything reported that he has had the surgery on the ACL as of yet. Again, we are exactly 3 weeks from when he injured that knee against the Sacramento Kings. So,
no, John P., you were thinking of Mikal Bridges, who was drafted by the Sixers and then traded to the Phoenix Suns for Jair Smith, not Zaire Williams. Zaire Williams was a couple years after that. He was the 2020 draft, taken 9th overall by the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah,
who 21 picks later took Desmond Bane.
Yeah, if you had asked me, I definitely thought the same thing.
No, that is Zaire Smith.
No, you're right.
Of Texas Tech.
Kind of wild that night was for Mikal Bridges because he was drafted by the 76ers, and his mom was working for the team at the time.
Yeah, that's John P's comment.
Oh, I didn't see
Max,
that part. I'm sorry.
Come on. There you go.
You know what? Actually, I quit. You know what? Go ahead. Just, sign off.
Welcome to the convo, KG.
Farewell, KG.
Hey, by the way.
Oh, my God, dude, I'm already there. All right, so if Max Christie gets 2 more points, then I'm a winner. Winner, chicken pizza.
Just to prove it is not a rule.
Oh, no, I'm on it.
Oh, my God. So I'm just by myself. That's right. Morning with the Mavs time. I'm used to this. Just me in front of a brick wall, just hanging out. I'm used to it. Ain't nothing but a thing. Come on, Max. Give me 2 points, buddy.
I was just proving it's.
Give me 2 points, Max. Woohoo! Oh, that was nice by Najee.
That was nice.
KG, can you?
We got Tanner.
Can you fly the sleeper lower third?
Nope.
Okay, Tanner, can you use some jargon? Is fly to show it or to make it go away or both? I think fly is either bring it on or bring it off. If anyone's overworked in live broadcasting, let me know. Tanner, what's up?
Not too much.
Tanner, you look good sitting there. You look good.
Wearing some Baylor green.
Yeah. Well,
that was a nice give back bounce.
Oh, now they're playing.
Tanner, you sit down. They immediately go on a 4-0 run.
Guess I should stay. Okay, you have to produce tonight.
Nice. Yes.
KG, can you cut the camera to a close up on either on Tanner?
Can you teach KG how to
Which
produce?
one is that? I see 1. So if it's 2, that means I need to hit the Tanner. If I hit the 1, that takes it to whose shot?
Is his mic on?
That's gonna yes.
Oh, okay.
If I hit the 1, that goes to Bobby and Tim.
No, it'll go to me.
Oh.
Hey!
First number 1 shot.
Intro the pod, Tanner. What's on today's show?
We're about to talk a win, or Mavs versus Nets win.
Oh, he's calling a shot.
AD.
Wow, you just went night.
Oh, did he?
That was a
go
Tanner night. He says this game is over. Guaranteed.
Here we go.
A guarantee.
Did you just hit us with the here we go?
Yeah, that was me. My KG.
All right, here we go. Bam.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, we're back.
Also, if I hit the 3, that means it goes to.
Woo! What does 4 do?
I'm not gonna find out.
How do we pull up the webcam?
How do you know there's no 4?
Oh,
There's only 3 cameras.
That is not true.
Yeah, I have to steal it from a Stars one.
Wait, what?
Oh wow, it's not even part of the scene.
Oh yeah, no. We don't need to.
All right, don't mess with it.
We don't need that.
Kevin doesn't want to be on camera.
Yeah. I got enough FaceTime as it is. Don't worry about it. We're good here.
How are you feeling, Tanner?
Great. I'm doing good.
Are you enjoying this debut? Tanner, do you think Anthony Davis should have come back or not?
No, probably not. Not yet.
Okay.
You heard it from him.
I know, Ben. My dreams are coming true with me producing the show right now.
Let's see.
Tanner is saying what we are too cowardly to say. Tanner's letting the takes fly.
Yeah.
Tanner, what's your hottest take about the NBA season as a whole?
I don't know if I have a hot take. What's your hottest take?
No, I'm in the producer chair. Okay, you get to answer the questions this time. Actually, no. How are you feeling about the NCAA tournament? What are your thoughts on the tournament so far?
That's a low blow.
Aside from the Baylor
it's
thing.
Fine. It's kind of sad because like I looked and it's like all the teams left are like big names. It's like where's our like 10 seed that I haven't heard of until this year? Like the 10 seed that's left is like Arkansas.
They're telling you to speak into the mic, Tanner.
Oh, am I not? Oh, it's probably because so. You have a big booming voice.
Oh.
So I had yours.
Oh, really?
Spencer Dinwiddie is just staring directly into the camera.
Oh, yeah? Buzzing the lens?
Yeah.
We're back in action, by the way. It's 85-70.
Sorry. I don't know why I needed. You had that perfectly covered. Go back.
No, we're good.
I'm having fun here.
85-70.
I'll go back on the next break. I'll go back on the next
in
break.
the game.
AD is back in the game. Just left a runner short.
Oh, you got. Oh man, he's too late to give it off to his teammate. Unselfish. Oh my god, reckless. Holy
Not the
moly, dude!
greatest stretch of basketball.
No.
And then Najee just not
AKA
getting
the
back
whole
either.
game.
That is brutal, man. That is so brutal.
Maybe I called it too early.
John
It's
P.
not as easy as it looks being in this chair, huh?
No, it's not. It's big seed.
John P.
big
says
seed.
the NBA is fun. Tanner.
Huh?
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, is that a hot take?
That's right. That's right.
Anthony Davis just scored, so.
Cool.
I need more likes from the
He
stream.
seems
We only have
fine.
31 likes. I need more likes, please.
More fine now.
Yeah, he's looking. I take it back. It's fine that he came back.
Give me max. Give me 2 max points. Let's go.
We got pixelated.
This is no time for fun and games.
Oh,
Brandon Williams, coast to coast.
2 more max points and I win $13. Oh my
enjoy 'em while you
god,
can.
dude! Just completely dropped.
Part of me wants to be in the producer seat when Stein gets here just to see his reaction, like to you sitting in that chair right there.
You'll be sitting there for a while.
You don't know that.
Pull up from the logo.
here we go. Here we go.
Let's go. Oh yeah, here we go. Shoot the ball.
Something's happening, Tanner. Tell us what's happening.
Yeah, Tanner, what's happening?
What's happening?
Najee just hit a 3. Sorry, the knife just hit a 3.
Yeah.
It is now 92-72. 57 seconds left. Third quarter.
Nice
Also, the
20-point
Mavericks
game.
just beating the crap out of the Nets. This is awesome.
We can say beating the shit.
Dwight
You
pulling
said that
down the
earlier,
board
you know,
off to
beating
the
shit
flag.
Well,
out
I
of them.
figure in the producer I had a little more decorum, I guess.
No. Oh
my god,
high
show
off
it.
the glass.
Showed it all the way up high. Let everybody in the arena get a good look at that ball before
Only
he
3
flip it in.
games left after this one for B-Will.
That had to be a travel or something.
I think it was just a foul.
Was there a discreet dribble in there I didn't see? Because it looked like he did a triple Euro step.
Rate Tanner's
And
job
high
as
off the glass.
host right now if you're in the chat. 1 through 10, what is Tanner's score as a host in the chat?
14-10.
Don't make me do an ad read. I would fumble through that. Really
We
bad.
should make you do an ad read.
I do own a condo, so I could do a
Own
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to protest.
If you want to
Deadline's
protest your
coming up.
taxes, you got to do it by May 15th. Shout out to Ownwell. I can see how this gets addicting sitting back here.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. You're in control.
Ben
King of the
says
castle.
that's right. Ben says you get 100.
Oh, perfect.
John P
John.
says a 7.25.
I thought we were friends.
Tough crowd.
John.
He's rating on a
Wow.
scale of that goes up to 7.25.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Me and John are still friends.
It's a really common scale.
Mm.
In fact, I rate a lot of things in my life. 1 to 7.5.
Mm.
Very unsmooth by Brandon Williams.
Gross. That was gross.
If they're gonna be doubling the rest of the game, this game is actually gonna get interesting. I'm putting in the call right now.
It's
If they're going to be putting pressure high, then this is not going to be a walk through.
I mean, it's how Dallas lost to Wednesday's game.
Okay, John, I see it.
Brandon Williams buzzer beater to the Pacers.
Thank you.
Buzzer beater to wrap it up here in the third quarter. It is 90-6 to 70-7. Shout out Luka.
Apparently, you said Brandon Williams had a buzzer beater in the quarter.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm not the host.
I mean, it was like
anymore.
from 13 feet. Oh, you don't have the feed over there, do you?
No.
Oh, KG, you're just missing out on the action.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to host the post game?
You're doing a great job. Right
How
now.
are you supposed to host the post?
Host the post
from me, even though I'm in the host seat. But that's
I live the post.
It's the Catalina
I
wine mixer.
mean, on a watch along, I think we're all hosts.
Okay.
Passionate Pearl says
allow
that
it.
Tanner is a 10. He's a natural.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Unfortunately, Passionate Pearl was rating on a scale of 100. So that actually is
Damn.
Why is everyone
I'm
rating?
kidding.
Damn.
I just like the
Tanner,
idea that
what-
everybody has different scales.
Final words from Tanner before he gets out of there.
It felt great to be over here, and
How did it feel to be on the
enjoyed
other
it.
side?
Yeah, it felt like you said. It feels good to be over there, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's switching it up.
Everybody give a round of applause to Tanner in the chat.
And to KG
Tanner,
for producing.
this is the most I've enjoyed any show
Hey.
of the entire
Relax,
year.
Kato.
well, thank you.
And I appreciate you being here.
I enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
I enjoyed being here. Fine.
It's just me, home alone.
Not anymore.
I was having a
Two
lot of
on
fun.
the set.
We're gonna go with a little monologue. It might have been interesting, might have been funny, might have been a little sexy, and now all of that's ruined.
A little sexy, huh?
I wasn't able to go on my little watch along with Tim Cato.
Wait, what?
Could've
I
been
don't
fun.
I don't like the way you said that.
Watch along with Tim Cato.
No, I don't like the way you said it. Please stop.
Yeah.
Ben gives you a round of applause, Tanner, in the chat. Woo! Damn, John, that's cold-blooded,
No, John's
man.
right.
That's funny.
That's cold-blooded, man. That's crazy. Yeah, we are at the end of 3. 96-77. Mavericks cruising to a win over the Nets. I'm getting my Broadway voice on since we're on Broadway in New York or in Brooklyn, actually. Wow, the Mavericks, check this out. The Mavericks' 22-point lead is their first 20-point lead since February 8th when Anthony Davis played his last game.
That makes
That's
sense.
insane. The Mavericks literally haven't had a 20-point lead in a month and a half.
When would they have?
Since the Houston game. Anthony Davis starting the fourth quarter, by the way, with the turnover. Yeah, I don't like the way he's running there. That was.
Have they led by 20 tonight?
Yes. He ran very gingerly.
Oh, is that Maxwell Lewis? Aw. I liked Maxwell Lewis all right whenever I was watching his college stuff. Back in the ancient times.
I thought you bet on a AD.
I did not bet on anything, Tim. I don't bet.
No, these are picks.
That you picked an AD3.
These are sleeper
I was
plays.
considering it. I was considering it. but I
Okay,
did
so you
not.
didn't actually do that.
Correct.
So it's just up to max.
All I need is 2 Max Christie points. Really 1.6 Max Christie points. But if I win if Max Christie scores 2 more points, that's queso.
Clay. No.
Pretty unfortunate time for the well to go completely dry.
I don't think the Nets have enough to take advantage.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I kind of watched 3/4 of this team play, and they're disgusting. It's disgusting.
The Nets this season, I too have watched 3/4 of.
And it's probably
played the
honestly
Mavs?
3 more than we should have. Because my gosh, this is
There wasn't a Nets game already this year?
the dribble Clay for 3. Has
The
that
Nets-
been your favorite bit outside of the PJ Washington post-up play, the first play of the game?
Clay dribble threes.
That's right.
Clay pump faking out of an open 3 into a contested one is probably my favorite Clay idiosyncrasy. Just like a completely unnecessary pump fake.
Yes. Yes.
I like when he talks about scaffolds.
Yeah, that didn't happen this year, though, did it? Or did it?
No.
Boy, the Nets are just a complete self-check. Oh, my gosh.
Maybe he's just intentionally not moving at 100% speed.
Yeah, because
Like I'm coping so hard right now. Like he's doing all of this on purpose.
it has definitely been at I'll put it at 70% as far as like the speed of his movement.
That is generous.
Yeah, I'm saying I think I'm being a little generous at the 70%.
Oh my god.
He had a 3-point closeout in the first half that I thought was very good. You know, or like I thought that he looked perfectly fine athletically, but
Yeah, but I'm telling you, he had a closeout in the third, and he immediately looked uncomfortable after that.
I agree, and I would also say that it's side to side movement, especially with his injury. It's flipping directions. It's it's.
Yeah, but what do you do when you close out? You jump out and then you immediately turn to look back to see if the ball goes in. So
Yeah.
you're leaping forward and then stopping and turning.
Yeah,
100%. But all I was saying is also like a closeout isn't necessarily gonna test you, even if the first half like he's not 100% or doesn't quite feel ready.
As Davis goes out after playing 3.5 minutes to start the fourth quarter, PJ Washington comes in for Davis.
Where's Max?
Yeah, these and we'll talk more with our nationally made signer Mark Stein after the game as well. But these last two first stints of the third and fourth quarter, movement wise, for Davis weren't great.
So the first few minutes of this quarter haven't been great for anybody on the Mavs.
I mean, the way like PJ just closed out here, I mean, just for a stark difference. And
oh my God, they've reverted. Oh,
Which means buckets for
was
Spencer
that a
Dinwiddie.
little taunt?
Yeah, a little
Action?
jaw jacking.
Did you say jacking?
I did.
Okay. I'm not the only one crossing the line.
Wow, really? 7.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Mavericks up 103-89 as Anthony Davis played the first 3.5 minutes of the quarter. He's sitting on the bench right now as the Mavericks trying to snap their 3-game road losing streak.
Got to practice your lobs, man.
Yeah, Clay not a proficient lob thrower.
Passer in general, honestly.
Not a great lob thrower. Okay passer, lob thrower.
You gotta put some more. You gotta put some more on it. You gotta put more on it. That's exactly right.
I said, never mind. I'm not gonna say it again.
I didn't say anything.
You know
Max?
what? So what do you need for sleeper tonight? What do you?
I need 2 Max Christie points, KG.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
I have already achieved my other 2 missions.
Uh-huh.
Let me check, make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, 2 Max Christie points, which would require him to be in the game. I don't believe you can score when you're not in the game.
You know what?
But it's hard for me to imagine him coming in for any of these guys. Maybe Clay for a spell.
You know what you need to start, penciling in as automatic?
What's that?
Kai Jones double-doubles. He is 1 rebound away from his 3rd double-double as a Dallas Maverick.
It's a lot of rebs.
Yeah.
Or is he getting the assists?
It's the reps.
Oh, okay. Ben misses Cato. He'll be right back. I see him. Wait a minute. Oh, by God.
Did he just foul a 3-point shooter? Timeout in the action with less than 6.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Mavericks up 106-91 as they are comfortably in front of the Brooklyn Nets on this Monday night. From playmaker 24 Spivey, Kai Jones is 27 of 30 shooting in Dallas. It's not bad. It's not bad. Lead scorer tonight, both Najee Marshall, who's at a quiet 16. Doesn't feel like it, but he's got 16 points, plus 18. PJ Washington got 16 on the night as well. Leading scorer for Brooklyn is Cam Johnson. He's got 17 for the Nets. Both teams have been horrendous from the three-point line tonight. Both teams combined to go 19 of 59 so far from downtown. Brooklyn actually shooting nearly 53% from the field overall. Mavericks shooting nearly 57% from the field themselves. Mavericks 10 of 14 from the line. Brooklyn 8 of 12 from the line so far.
I just saw a replay of Mikko Rantanen getting smacked in the face by a puck.
Oh, no.
And I have decided we've got to pause the NHL season until we figure out what the hell is going on.
Did he go down in like a heap?
Yeah.
Oh,
he left the game.
Oh, no.
There's only so many faces.
Now, wait a minute.
They keep getting hit. One puck.
Who else
Keep getting
got
hit.
Doesn't my man wear a face guard?
Rope Hintz has missed some time. Mason Marchment missed a lot of time.
Tyler Sagan's still dealing with the hip injury.
Yeah, but these are guys that just got hit in the face with pucks.
Yeah.
They got Madonna out there?
He's been retired for a long time, Tim. There's a statue of him. You might be getting confused with that.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, it might have been. There's a defender I really like, Ludwig.
He's your coworker.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. So you're saying he's not available for the Stars tonight?
Hopefully this will be a super long watch along. No overtime. No overtime. I hope this ends as soon as possible. Mikko's back in the game. Oh my God, is he really back?
Can we ask them? John!
Is Rantanen back out there? Oh, thank God.
There we go. Awesome.
He's back out there.
Oh, that's great news.
6:24 in the fourth quarter. 106. Dallas 106. Brooklyn 91. And the pass has been inbounded. We are ticking down from 6:22.
Just to continue to keep you updated on what's going on across the association, as well as the Mavericks up by 15 as we get close to the midway point of the fourth quarter. Lakers lose again. This time on the road, they lose to Orlando 118 to 106. Luka Doncic had 32, but just on 9 of 23 from the field. LeBron James at 24 in the loss. Franz Wagner, 32. Paolo Banchero with 30 as the Orlando Magic beat the Lakers 118 to 106.
Don't have a lot of size, dude. I mean, they're in sort of a tough spot.
So they go down tonight. Pacers get the 119-103 win at home over the Minnesota Timberwolves as they improve to 42-29. Tyrese Halliburton with 24 points for the Pacers, who scored 41 points in the third quarter to win that game there.
This game is like a couple more bad possessions away from you're gonna have to start gripping.
Yeah, a little bit.
You're gonna have to start. I'm not saying white knuckling, like hold on to your butts stage, but I wouldn't say they're in like firm control of this thing either.
Spivey asked, "What are the chances Kai Jones is back?" The Lakers will steal. Oh, I did not see that part of the question. That's actually a good shout. I think Kai, out of the three two-way guys, is probably the least.
Oh wow!
I was gonna say the
Spencer
least
with rain
needed to keep, but honestly, you're also very possibly looking at Daniel Gafford being traded this summer, or it's very plausible that he would be, just because he makes a little bit more than maybe you would like to see. I don't know. It's a good question.
Get out of here.
What have you thought of, Bobby? What have you thought of Kai Jones defensively this game?
They've
had him blitz
I wouldn't say that he's been. I mean, I haven't really noticed him necessarily in a good or bad way.
They've come out.
But I also haven't been paying the closest attention.
I have not been paying the closest attention. It turns out when you're talking about a game the entire time.
You mean when you're having a blast with your real life best friends?
I did. No, I am having a blast, but it just means that there's been a couple moments that
Max Christie is at the scorers table, folks. This is huge.
There was a good Kai Jones defensive play.
Yeah, two buckets in a row for the Mavs, 3 horrible possessions in a row for the Nets. That's third timeout, game over.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
that's gonna be about it.
Like the cigars, it's time
for the Nets to wave the white flag. Mavericks go up 112-93.
That was some professional shit. The last minute of basketball, was very professional.
Yeah, go ahead and close them out. We got 4.5 minutes left. 4:39 left exactly. Mavs are 112-93. They're gonna go on to beat the Brooklyn Nets tonight. To snap what has been, a 3-game road losing streak, and Anthony Davis's return. So the Nets have just been a turnover-prone machine tonight, not knocking down a lot of shots from the 3-point line. And yeah, Mavericks gonna go on to win tonight to handle business on the road. They used the strength of what was a 32-17 first quarter to go up by 15 after 1, and they really just haven't looked back since then, which it
hasn't gotten back to within 10, really, right?
Yeah, no, it has not. Which is something we talked about during the pregame show. Get off to a fast start, play with an edge, and Anthony Davis's return, get him going early on, and give yourself a chance against a bad Nets team to really not give them a chance to really get back into the game at all. And that's exactly kind of what happened at the start of the game.
You know what else we're seeing? So Anthony Davis is playing. Cool. That means Najee Marshall's coming off the bench. Like, that alone means now you have a pretty good player to go up against the other team's second unit.
Sure.
What was it the other night? I don't remember if it was the game they won, it was the game against the Pistons, or if it was the game before that. But there was a game where their bench had like 15 points or something. Like, there was just no offense at all coming off the bench. And it's we've talked about that all year.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot easier to win whenever your bench scores than when you got a bunch of, zeros and twos and fours coming off your bench. And I mean, Najee came in the game and the game kind of changed. And that's a really good thing to have.
He's been excellent tonight. Najee Marshall has, yeah.
Can I share something funny though?
It better be funny.
Brooklyn Nets have 52 points in the paint. Could conceivably finish with 60. They're currently shooting 20 of 24 at the rim.
Oh, wow.
So the rim presence, and we were just talking about Kai Jones defensively. We've been talking about Anthony Davis easing his way back in. We think and hope that's probably all it is. But yeah, the defense did not come back just in a snap. I would say,
especially with them only playing 4-minute bursts.
Yeah, 100%. This is an observation, and it's something that I think will reasonably change in the games to come. But the bad offense from Brooklyn, I would say, was much more self-inflicted than Dallas right away snapping back into some elite defensive unit. But there's time for that. There's obviously time for that to come. It just wasn't a flip switch overnight or that Davis is back and suddenly this team is a monstrous defensive unit, or at least not in this game.
By the way, Anthony Davis back in the game with 4.5 minutes left with the Mavericks now up 112-96. A little surprised that they did insert him back into the game with the game feeling pretty much in hand.
25 minutes. So they're really being serious about the 28 thing.
The 28.
Huge max minutes here.
Every single time Jason Kidd gives a minute restriction, the player almost always plays 2 to 3 minutes more than what he says.
Huge max minutes here, folks.
Not a lot of interest from AD to get that own shot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
I mean, he's literally spent most of the second half walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't mean traveling.
I would agree, and I think the numbers reflect that.
That was a carry.
And yet, still laying.
Yeah.
Very similar to the guy that he was traded for. You're like, spend all game being like, I don't know, he's not moving too well. And you're like,
I will say-
here he is just laying it in.
I will say, I heard somebody else.
You heard somebody else what?
So Anthony Davis, years ago, back with the Lakers, somebody described him as a player who, he'd get an injury in the game and then he'd come back from it, and he would do that constantly. And a lot of the times the injuries would look bad. And the joke evolved is that every time he got one of those injuries, that looked really bad.
Max.
And then he'd always.
Max. Foul!
Oh!
Come on, Max.
So he needs to knock them both down.
Need
It
both.
needs 2 free
Need
throws.
both. This might be it for him.
But what you would say about Anthony Davis is
No spoilers in the chat. This is
Anthony
huge.
Anthony Davis just suffered his 26th season-ending injury of the year.
It's just like Luka, though. Just
Yeah.
like
Right,
it's
exactly.
Same thing.
Yeah. Every Luka injury was a season-ending injury.
Come
That's
on,
right,
Max.
Tanner. Play $5 to get you $55.
Max, are you clutch?
Max.
Come on, Max.
Do you know what's on the line for Bobby?
Let's go, Max. One more, baby. One more. Come on, Max. This is $13. This is huge.
This is half the pizza.
You want to change someone's life tonight,
Huge.
Max?
We're going to erupt when he makes this free throw, hopefully.
Oh, let's
Oh, that man is clutch.
Bobby is a winner.
go. DLLS Mavs play 5 to get 55, and you can be a winner like me. Let's go. Thank you, Max Christie.
And guess who has the sleeper ad read during the postgame show? Bam!
Ya boy.
Your boy,
All right.
Bobby Carella.
Ah, what a night.
You feel better now? You feel good?
Oh, I feel amazing.
Najee Marshall to the
Najee,
rim.
dude.
The knife. Where's Stein at? Where's Stein at?
One of the beauties of this franchise is that, especially over the last 10 or so years, is that there have been so many guys that have come through here for 1 or 2 years and just been super cool and endeared themselves to the fan base instantly. And you're like, man, this guy feels like one of my favorite Mavs ever. But like that's also the curse because so many of those guys just get away. Tyson Chandler twice. Al-Farouq Aminu. I guess Yogi was here for 2 years, but like really a year and a half. PJ Washington in that category now, and everyone's afraid he's going to get traded.
Don't
Najee
you
is,
disrespect Kimber Walker. No, I'm joking.
well, but Najee is in that category for me. Like I
JaVale McGee
love
twice.
Najee. Yeah,
JaVale McGee.
JaVale. Dude, I love watching Najee play. You know, I love it, and I would very much like to continue watching him and PJ both play basketball for the Mavs into next season.
That herky-jerky style of Najee Marshall is the best way I like to describe it. My man's got a lot of creativity. He's got a floater package. Likes to get out there and transition.
Oh yeah, what is the score?
The score is
118-101, 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Anthony Davis is about to sub out to the game. That will be the end of his evening.
2 minutes.
The Mavericks will win. We going all the way to the final buzzer?
I would say until they're doing the thing where they take the shot clock violation on purpose. Just in case.
While you are still here with us, make sure you like our stream as well. Anthony Davis's night is officially done, subbing out at the 2:15 mark. Anthony Davis on tonight played 26 and a half minutes, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a block and a steal, and a couple turnovers, was a plus 12 in the 26 minutes that he played. Interested to hear his thoughts after the game as well when it comes to Anthony Davis and how
Stars up 2-0-2. It's a good night for Dallas. Najee step back? Oh, we weren't ready for that.
Of course, Anthony Davis will be not be playing tomorrow, as our own Mark Stein reported earlier today that he is playing in one of the 2 New York games. with obviously tonight being that New York game in Brooklyn, which means he'll be off tomorrow. Kessler Edwards will be active.
Will Kessler give them the bump they need to beat the Knicks? Tune in tomorrow to find out on the pregame
tune in tomorrow
show.
to
How about
find
that?
out.
Yeah.
That's right.
We will not be doing a watch-along for tomorrow night's game.
No.
This was fun, though. Max, don't do he didn't do it.
You got what you needed. You're good here. You're
That's
good.
right. No,
everything
yeah,
else
you're
is
good.
gravy
Yep,
after that.
Yep.
Yeah, everything else is gravy after that. We're good.
I just have an agenda to push, dude. There we go.
Under 1 minute left in
right.
tonight's game. Mavericks going to go on to win tonight to snap their 3-game losing streak on the road. With this win tonight, the Mavericks will now have won 17 of their last 23 games on the road against the Brooklyn Nets, with a professional win over the Nets tonight. With the win, the Mavericks move to a half game ahead of the Phoenix Suns, pending tonight's outcome, as the Suns host the Milwaukee Bucks, with tip-off in about 20 minutes, give or take.
Take us home, Max.
In the Valley of the
I think
Sun.
the DLLS postgame show's going to be even sooner than that.
It is. We appreciate you
damn
joining
right.
us here on our DLLS Mavs watch along as the Mavericks get it done 120-101 over the Brooklyn Nets. We will have our post-game show here in about 10 minutes. We'll be joined by our national NBA insider Mark Stein live in studio as well. His thoughts and perspective on the game and your chat as well. So we appreciate all of you. Tanner, thank you so much. That's Bobby Krell. That's Tim Cato. I'm Kevin Gray. We'll be back with you here.
Thank you all for hanging out with us. This was fun.
On the DLLS Mavs watch on. We'll talk to you on the postgame show here in a few minutes. Y'all be good.
See ya.
We all silly like the mayor.